Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Kute Daily Talk is where we always talk about the finest conversations over the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafran Declaration, and other forms of BG commitments, whether from the government de facto in homeland or also the government in exile. Anyway, here we go with the tell on how everything take to happen. MRC the hot DSS don't block Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers again, defies court orders. My people, are you sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive? Because it is over 1 month plus now that DSS never allow Aloy Ejimakor and his counsels to go and meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But come to think of it, do you know that the DSS are threatening all the Igbos that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will die in custody and nothing is going to happen? He said that Igbos can never shit fly, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will die in detention. You know, when they begin to issue this kind of threat, does know it that the land is not level. Have they poisoned him? Have they killed him in custody? Anyway, we wait to know what happens in this coming week, because there will be a court injunction, or rather court injunction have already been issued over this matter. Last time we were told that the DSS DG by name Ajayi Adeola, they have been committed him to prison because of contempt of court. But today, the same people are still violating the court order. And my question is, do Nigeria have a judiciary? No, the answer is zero. They don't have a judiciary. Nigeria is an animal kingdom. And in the animal kingdom, anything can happen. In animal kingdom, nothing like judiciary. No, okeke mere nke ya, okore mere nke ya. Agwo jebe nke a, uze ejebe n'ọhịa. Zodago nkịta anaba n'ụlọ. Anyway, my people are here. We will take start this our news. But the headline is that DSS have dared the Igbos. In fact, they have threatened Igbos. Not only IPOB, not only the ones that are agitating. They have threatened the whole Igbo nation that they cannot shit fly. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he will die in DSS solitary confinement. Maybe they have killed a young man. Who knows? Here are other headlines that we need to dissect this morning. Address economic woes, not oppress vulnerable citizens. Weke to FG. Anarchy looms. Don't let wicked actions set Rivers State ablaze. Lawyer to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Breaking news. Federal government issues fresh directive to police over end bad governance protesters. Grandchildren of Tinubu is what they brought to court over what they call treasonable felony. The world is watching. In fact, the world, the United Nations, the European Union, the African Union, the ECOWAS, all are dead as long as issue of Nigeria is concerned, because they have been bribed with barrels of crude oils. Millions of barrels of crude oil. That is why you see, they are not meeting their OPEC oil quota because of what they call it, because of oil theft. Now lie. They are using the oil to bribe, so that when all these things is happening, the world will look the other way around. If not, how can you tell me a minor of at age of 10 and 11 have been detained for complete good 90 days, which is 3 months, since August? Since 1st of August, they had a 10 days protest, and they are giving them 10 million naira bail each. You that is watching me, I'm very sure you have seen this video. Does any of these kids look like somebody who even have 100 naira or 200 naira in their pocket to eat? Malnourished, dejected, look sickly. And whenever they want to carry out any bad judgment on anybody, whenever they want to set in a tribe ban, because this guy, an Igbo man being used to perpetrate this act, when it will backfire on him, even the Fulani government will not save him. That's exactly what they are doing. Each time they want to give a bad judgment, a judgment that will set religion between religion, or religion to religion, because very soon now they will turn it now that an Igbo man, a Biafran, is detaining their children. But somebody sent him to do that job. Whenever they do this kind of thing, even when they denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they end up, who read the judgment is an Igbo man. When Peter Obi was being denied his presidency, who read the judgment? When the Hausa and the Kabas have concocted the whole thing, they give it an Igbo man to read. Igbo man have also been chosen all the whole time to spew nonsense. And that is why you see, when you go to the north, they hate Igbos. Not totally because in the federal level, they are being used because of peanuts. And you tell us to keep silent. Anyway, my wonderful people, now here we go to start this news. I beg, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. Just as Wike said, don't move Fubara. He said nothing will happen, something is going to happen. If you keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then you will know that all the whole madmen or mad women roaming on the street, they have family members. I rest my case on God. The Department of State Service, DSS, on Friday has once again stopped the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, from visiting him. Okute News report that in October, the DSS have denied Kanu access to his lawyers. This comes after an outburst in court where Kanu asked the judge to recuse herself from his case. In a fresh development, Kanu's lead counsel, Aloye Jimako, has described that the DSS has once again stopped the agitator from gaining access to his lawyers. Speaking via his X account, Ejimako disclosed that the DSS latest action was in continual disobedience to a court ruling ordering Kanu access to his legal team. He vowed to continue all suspended legal processes with much vigor following the latest action. Ejimako wrote, "Today, in a blatant and continual disobedience of extant court order, the DSS barred the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from continuing conducting a visitation with him. For this reason, all suspended legal actions to enforce compliance will proceed apace and with much vigor." Kanu has been locked up by the DSS since he was kidnapped, or rather abducted and subjected to extraordinary rendition in 2021. Address economic woes, make it stop to the imprisoned children. They oppress them. A former Minister of Information, Frank Nweke, has called on the Fulani government to focus on addressing the economic hardship facing the country and not oppressing vulnerable citizens. Frank Nweke said the decision of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government to charge 76 minors with treason for taking part in August hunger protests was inhuman. Nweke regretted that the government sees the trial of the minors as a priority rather than addressing hunger, insecurity, and inflation. In a statement on Friday, the former All Poverty Grand Alliance APOGA governorship candidate in Enugu State lamented that the government went ahead with prosecution despite the conditions of the minors in court. Nweke said it is a shame that rather than address Nigeria's most pressing problems, hunger, insecurity, inflation, and other devastated national currency, government chose to preoccupy itself with the prosecution of 76 children and young adults for the high crime of protesting hunger, insecurity, poor education, and hardship in August 2024. 4 out of the 76 reportedly collapsed in Abuja court earlier today after being detained for 90 good days. Their lack of nutrition while in detention violates children protection and basic human rights laws. It is heartbreaking that the authorities showed such inhumanity in continuing the trial despite the children's condition when medical attention and provisions of food should have been the next reasonable step. It is also reported that the matter was adjourned to January 2025. Given their current condition, these citizens may arrive the court in coffins. Nweke called on the federal government to invest energy in addressing issues affecting the citizens. He added that the government action has highlighted the failures that led to the Nigerian Correctional Service, HALF, and other relevant organs of government. must take steps to ensure adequate care for these citizens. This incident further highlights the systematic failures that led to the protest in the first place. In the meantime, rather than bring terrorists, criminal elements, perpetrators of high corruption that have brought the Nigeria to its knees to justice, children are being tried for treason for saying that they are hungry. The Nigerian government should address economic woes, not oppress vulnerable citizens, he added. Anarchy looms, so don't allow wicked action set rivers ablaze, lawyer advises Tinubu. Human rights lawyer Madu Abuchi Edam has called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to prevent the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, from instigating turmoil in Rivers State. Edam cautioned Tinubu against allowing Wike to influence allies in suspending Rivers State's financial allocations, recalling how Tinubu had previously criticized former President Olusegun Obasanjo for similar actions. Nigeria News report that this plea follows a recent ruling by the Federal High Court in Abuja, which ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria to withhold further financial disbursement to river states. Judge Joyce Abdulmalik ruled that funds from the Federation account should not be released until a lawful appropriation act is passed by a valid House of Assembly. The case was initiated by Martins Ameula, led Rivers State House of Assembly, which argued that Governor Similaye Fubara's 2024 appropriation bill was submitted to an improperly constituted 5-member assembly. Expressing concern, Edam warned that the court's ruling could fuel unrest within the Rivers State. In a statement, he said, "Anarchy looms in Rivers State, and no thanks to the judgment starving the state of its statutory allocations. Wike should be stopped by President Tinubu, else Rivers State will go in flames. The danger is already in sight." Edam further criticized Tinubu for allowing Wike's interference, especially since Tinubu himself had denounced Obasanjo's similar suspension of Lagos State's allocation during his tenure as governor. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have permitted Wike's move through his allies to suspend Rivers allocation, having vigorously criticized President Obasanjo for taking similar action against him when he was governor of Lagos State. No man's personal desires should be adjudged superior to that of state. In a democratic setting, every state must exist as a sovereign unit of a country, and no individual must lord himself over any state, Edam added. He urged Nigerians court to prioritize both legal and public interests, particularly given the nation's fragility and the struggles many citizens face due to economic hardship. The Nigerian court must not only be guided by law, but also overriding public interest in deciding matters brought before it. A fragile nation like Nigeria, whose citizens are already threatened by hunger and hardship resulting from poor leadership decisions at the center, must not be further incited against the citizens. There must be a limit to political rascality, the lawyer concluded. The last but not the least, federal government issued fresh directive to police over end governors' protests. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi has assumed responsibility for the case involving 75 end bad governors protesters aged between 12 to 15, who appeared before the Federal High Court in Abuja yesterday. Nigeria News report that the young protesters faced 10 charges, including terrorism, attempted government overthrow, and alleged mutiny due to their involvement in recent nationwide protests. Overthrow government. The case has sparked significant backlash against the federal government, with civil society organizations and opposition leaders condemning the detention and prosecution of minors. They have called on the government to address the issue promptly. In a statement released on Friday night, Fagbemi acknowledged the case, noting that his office will review certain aspects to make an informed decision. He clarified that while he cannot alter the court's remand order to the adjournment to January, he has directed the Nigerian police to transfer the case file to his office and hand it over to the Director of Public Prosecution. It has come to my notice that the police have arraigned individuals connected to the end bad government protests for offences including treason. He said, there are issues that needed to review, and I am aware the court has ordered their detention and adjourned the case to January. While I cannot change the court decision, I have instructed the transfer of the case file to the DPPF with direction to explore options for an earlier hearing. Justice Obiora Egwato granted bail to 67 of the 76 protesters, setting bail at 10 million naira each. Those under 15 years are required to present a civil servant as a sortie. Witnesses described the minors as appearing malnourished, with severally visibly unwell and unable to stand. 4 had to be rushed out of the courtroom due to their weakened state. The protesters were detained during protests held nationwide from August 1 to August 10, fueled by economic hardship that led Nigerians to voice their grievances publicly. Charging them for treasonable mutiny and overthrow of government. Can you imagine that? Can you listen to this nonsense and the ignoramus and the idiotic government? Charging children under the age of 11 and 12. They lied here, they say 12 to... There's 11 children, 11 years old there. There's 10 years old there. Government of propaganda and government that don't have any single respect for human rights. Child abuse everywhere. They just want to distract the public from commenting on the real issue. That's why you see they brought them to court. 76 of them and 4 collapsed because of hunger and starvation. I beg my people, now here we take back break, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way.